Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make your top. It's pretty much the same process as all the bowls and stuff that you've made, just a little bit different. For example, the knob here, and then how far you're spacing these apart. So the first thing is all of these strips that you've been making have been about 1/2 inch wide. Make one that you only folded, like it's about to be folded one more time, but you stopped. This is going to be your little knob. And just like when you started your bowl and you had to pre-roll that initial piece, you're going to do that again because we want this to be rolled up super, super tight. So we're just kind of getting it ready. Unroll it, put your glue on there. And then roll it up really tight so there's no spaces. See how tight that is. And you really just need one. That's all that one was one. I think that's a good enough size for fingers to pick it up with. If you feel like, whatever magazine you're using, if you need another piece, then add another piece. Okay, so there's my knob. Rubber band around it while it dries. Now, I went ahead and made 2 strips to show you how to progress from there. The one little trick is you're going to cut them in half because they're so long and this is so tiny. It actually helps you get a little bit ahead as you start. I'm going to roll maybe just the first 2 just because it is so small. You basically, I think I cut in half maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 strips, and then once they started, their ends didn't meet, I stopped cutting them in half. I'm gonna put my glue on there. So I got something in my throat. I'm just going on this bottom piece here. Okay, and then my next one, now just like when you were building your bowl, you're gonna step it down, but look, I'm not stepping it that far this time. I'm not going halfway like that. I'm going a little bit closer to the edge because we want this to come out wide and not be so, like if you don't do it enough, it looks like an ice cream cone. So see, I'm just stepping it down a little bit at a time. Remember to overlap where you left off last time. See how this little half piece is overlapping itself? When you get to the point where it's not overlapping itself, that's when I went to the full pieces. All right, so let me put a clip on that so I can fold some more strips. I did have a couple of people asking me if they could eat out of these items when you guys are done, or like if you're making the vase, if you could put flowers in it. You could put dry flowers in it. You couldn't put water in it, obviously. This is, after all, paper. And this, you know, the glue that it will dissolve in water. So, no, you cannot eat out of them. I love that you guys want to. Hey, you guys should take ceramics, where you make things out of clay. This is basically kind of how coil pots are made in ceramics. So again, look, I'm not stepping it down that far. See how it's already getting wider rather than taller? That's what we want. You gotta cover over those ends so they don't show. But yeah, see how slowly I'm stepping down? I'm not doing it halfway like when you're making the bowl. And I'm just getting to the point where these half pieces are not gonna overlap. So I think I'll do the half piece one more time. So that was what? 4 strips cut in half. And you can even, it's still a little bit wet, so I could even kind of like push it up a little bit if I didn't leave a small enough space. And then yeah, this is when I started in class yesterday. So you basically just keep going, and then eventually when the diameter is wide enough to fit your bowl, then you have your lid. And I'll show you how to put, you're gonna put what we call a flange on the inside of your bowl that will hold your top in place when you put it on. Yeah. All right, have fun.